Blue signaling for the O.
Beautiful little bait and switch there with the sweep. Small Wonder still hoping to provide at least a little bit of offense there to get their jammer out, but the jam is called off due to time. That means that this next jam will also be starting off with a power jam with Nuclear Winter still in the box for Fort Myers Roller Derby.
Fort Myers Roller Derby 2, Small Wonder Skate Club 7 is the current score.
Go ahead and hype up one of our sponsors so far this morning. Again, this is your last day to purchase some lovely items from these vendors. We have Fist City Print Club, local skater-owned shops selling handmade skate-themed apparel and more.
Jams on.
And of course, concessions are going to be opening in about a half hour. They'll be open today from 12 to 5.
Oh, little super on the outside there for Nuclear Winter. Skating pretty fast around the track there, trying to maximize those points if possible.
Nuclear Winter is able to squeeze past this final blocker for Small Wonder. The nice little 180 out.
Small Wonder jammer with the helmet cover off, looking to pass it. No pass needed.
Harlot Oscara, who we've seen jam at other points this weekend, decides to keep a star. Jam is called off. Just a 1-point game. Oh, I'm sorry, a 3-point game currently with a lead change. Let's give it up for some roller derby, folks.
I'll tell you one thing, Smack. Small Wonder's attitude has been absolutely phenomenal this whole weekend. They are a really fun team to play.
Cannon has brought the vibes all weekend on the track and in the audience. Someone's got to wake us all up this morning. Jam is on. We have Pinky Swears out there for Small Wonder Skate Club.
There is.
And Fort Myers Jammer is out. That's going to be Pinky Swears. And number 1891, that's going to be
Tesla Coil.
Tesla Coil out there for the jammer for Small Wonder. Big hit there by number 9 from Small Wonder. That's going to be Waka.
Looks like Fort Myers picked up 4 points on that. Small Wonder didn't get any of that jam.
Both of these teams deciding to line up at the pivot line here.
While we have a moment, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Heartfelt Tattoo. Thank you for sponsoring the People's Battle in Richmond 2024.
Jam is on. Beautiful lateral movements in the back wall there by a Small Wonder. One of the Fort Myers blockers has just catapulted the jammer into the inside line there. And they're reabsorbed by the Fort Myers wall in the back.
Blue in the back there still working for Small Wonders.
Nice little sandwich provided there by Fort Myers or Small Wonder under their jammer. Beautiful outside cut. And looks like the jam is called off for a timeout. We'll have some more information hopefully for you here soon. Official timeout.
I think the helmet, something happened with the helmet maybe? I might have missed it.
Thank you. While we have this official timeout, we will also go ahead and mention that we have 2 birthdays in the building today.
Woo!
One of our lovely NSOs for this game, Wheels Bore out there. It's their birthday.
Happy birthday!
And on Tuesday, it's going to be number 29. That's Case from Small Wonder's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Should we sing happy birthday with our timeout, y'all? Yeah? I'm going to start. and then everybody else has to carry it on, okay? All right. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Oh,
I gave y'all an in. All right, we're back with the current score being Fort Myers 13, Small Wonder Skate Club at 7. Jam is on.
Looks like
Big hit there by the Small Wonder Jammer. That's number 42. That's going to be Jim Scary. Just absolutely wrecking the Fort Myers blocker there.
Centea there right behind.
Centea does a beautiful avoidance on that outside, but unfortunately is bumped out of bounds. Jim Scary calls off the jam.
Small Wonder trying to close that point gap. Not too far to go. I think Smack picked these jams, and I'm here for it.
Listen, if you're going to put me in front of the Spotify playlist, there will be some Britney Spears.
It's never too early for Britney.
I also am convinced that everybody skates better when Britney's playing.
Agreed. Jam's on.
Looks like we have Nuclear Winter back out there for Fort Myers.
And really working that four wall, trying to create some space.
Beautiful seam work there by Small Wonder with a hit to the outside by number 9. That's going to be Waka once again. Big hit there. Jamming for Small Wonder, we have Tesla Coil out there again, with Nuclear Winter being called lead jammer for Fort Myers. Gets a little bit of offense there from number 219.
Fort Myers with some really solid defense there.
Nuclear Winter stuck behind one Small Wonder blocker and is able to finally get through. Let's see if she's able to come through and get some more points before the next round.
Tesla Coil not too far behind. And Nuclear Winter calls off the jam.
Starting off this next jam, Small Wonder will be down one blocker. And that looks like we have Black and Bluesy going out there for Small Wonder.
Looks like Fort Myers also has one player in the box there.
I believe that's Pinky Swears out for Fort Myers.
But I see some dancing in the box, so.
Means the playlist is working. Jam is on. Fort Myers here in the front, held by 2 of the Small Wonder blockers. And Pinky Swears is going to be released. Gets lead jam.
Small Wonder's working on that offense there, trying to get their jammer out.
Hit to the outside line there by Just Business. Dragging back the Small Wonder jammer as Pinky Swears gets through for another round. Nice cleanup on the inside.
Blue's still looking for those gaps. Sorry,
We're getting a little too excited
Yeah,
about the great blocking we're seeing out there. But that was Foster that was getting us out of our seats with that beautiful cleanup on the inside line. Number 9, that's going to be Waka's going to the box as well with now Small Wonder down 2 blockers.
Ooh, little hop jump there right through that pack by Pinky Swears for Fort Myers.
Fort Myers just reabsorbing Blue out there, making it nice and easy for Pinky to get through and accrue those points. Now, it is a bit confusing that Fort Myers is jamming Pinky Swears, but Small Wonder is in pink. But I assure you that Pinky Swears for Fort Myers has lead jammer.
And through for another 4-point pass and calls off the jam. RCRD would like to thank Kinker Press for printing our programs. Thank you so much for our amazing 2024 PBR programs.
We have another official timeout. So we'll also go ahead and thank another one of our sponsors, and that's going to be Vinyl Conflict. Vinyl Conflict is located right here in downtown. They have an amazing selection of hard-to-find, hardcore, and metal records, along with tapes and other merch that you can get, so be sure to go check them out. And, of course, our concession stand will be opening in just 30 minutes, folks. Hope you're hungry.
We'd also like to take this time to thank our NSOs. Without our NSOs, this game could not happen, so thank you. They're working hard out there on the track and the penalty box, keeping track of all those super important things.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. And then maybe
All right, we're about to start that action back up. Fort Myers Roller Derby 34, Small Wonder, number 8. Let's go Roller Derby! I told you that Small Wonder has the best attitude ever.
a little bit of a delay there, but jam is on. Harlot O'Scara out there for Small Wonder.
Looks like Fort Myers blocker in the box there. That's V.
And that's going to be Centella getting lead jammer for Fort Myers. Scare is able to get through at the end here. Just in time for Centella to come back and get a beautiful run on the outside line with some toe stop work. Wide open there for Scara. Clears her own path and is able to get through.
If you watched any of the games yesterday, Centella had an absolutely amazing run against the River City Riots, scoring lots of points for her team, for their team.
It's Tesla Coyle going back out against Nuclear Winter.
Looks like Small Wonders talking about what possibly they can do to help close this gap.
Checking back in on our score here, we've seen quite a jump in points by Fort Myers, 40-12. Tesla Coyle attempting to follow the Fort Myers jammer through. Gets through with a big hit there by Jess Business. Nuclear Winter is able to get past number 28. That's Rekka out there. Okay.
We have a moment we'd like to thank the Fox and Lamb for sponsoring 2024's PBR tournament. This is the second annual PBR tournament here in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah. Ooh, that was a big hit there. 71.
We see Case out there for Small Wonder going up against Pinky Swears for Fort Myers. Nice lateral movement by 12 out there. I think that's Foster on the track at the moment.
Pinky came behind that pack, making sure there wasn't any track cut called. Really working that four wall in the front. Looks like Vix went to the box. Pinky's still working hard up front.
Correction, that is Wreck-It Rita out there that's leading as a brace against Small Wonders Jammer. Really phenomenal footwork and rotations here by Fort Myers. Small Wonders Jammer kind of holding back. Pinky Swears as well, playing fifth. Not wanting to give any more points over to Fort Myers.
Little Jammer block in action there. One of my favorite things to see.
Wreck-It Rita attempts to come in and open it up a little bit for Pinky Swears. Pinky Swears being extremely patient, making sure that they keep this lead. And unfortunately, it looks like Case has picked up a penalty, and it's going to be a track cut, which means that Pinky Swears is going to have a power jam.
This Power Jam is brought to you by My Pussies in Hell podcast, your favorite gruesome twosome podcast.
Nice little back punch there by number 31. That's Repercussions.
Pinky Swears right through for another 4-point pass. Looking at her bench.
Again, these skaters have been playing all weekend and have had some really formidable opponents to go up against. So everybody's going to be feeling it today as we finish up these final games of the weekend.
Yeah, you just get slowly more sore as the weekend goes on.
Nice
I mean,
and
I'm not talking
tenderized.
from personal experience or anything.
That's right. I believe up next we actually will have the River City River Rats against our Greenville Roller Derby Bridge Trolls. 2B games happening. Swole will be going back to the bench. Centella gets out his lead jammer for Fort Myers Roller Derby with Case being released from the box.
Centella come around through. Looking to get those 4 points right through. Kind of a little ping pong action right there. Bouncing off those blockers. Centella back around looking for another hole. Case is now out.
And Centella is going to call it off. Fort Myers 55, Small Wonder 16. Heading out onto the track now for Small Wonder, we have Tesla Coil up against Nuclear Winter again. We've seen this jammer pairing quite a few times today. Seeing some trackside dancing out there. We love to see it. Got to get ourselves moving this morning. Number 210 from Fort Myers, that's going to be V, playing some beautiful O. Nuclear Winter pushes through and gets past number 9. That's going to be Waka again. Getting lead jammer for Fort Myers Roller Derby.
Tesla Coil still working in the back. But Fort Myers defense is strong.
Wreck-It
Recycling
Rita
that
out there
over and
once
over.
again.
There were some beautiful runbacks there by B, number 210.
Pinky Swears back out there for Fort Myers. And I believe that's Case on the jam line. We'll find out here in a moment. Some wacky waving inflatable arm action happening.
I like that cannon.
Got to keep it loose and limber out on the track. Jammer's working both sides of the track. Case trying to slip past on those toe stops and is able to get through on just a edge. Big hit onto Pinky Swears by number 719. 716, that's Basha Nista.
Yeah, still holding that inside line. That was beautiful, Bash.
Case attempts to get a apex jump, but it's shut down, unfortunately, by the Fort Myers blockers.
Fort Myers with a helmet cover pass there.
And that's going to be number 37, Foster, also known as Yosemite Sam. I'm guessing that wouldn't fit on the jersey.
I'm here for a Derby name change. Sometimes you gotta switch it up, keep things spicy, you know? Current score, Fort Myers, 57, Small Wonder Skate Club, 17. Jams on.
Scara out there for Small Wonder Skate Club is our jammer. And Centella back on the track again with Scara getting lead jam. Centella also slipping through on that inside line. Nice little slice through there.
Ooh. Scare a little trip and fall at the end, but calls it off. And look.
Got to do what you got to do. And sometimes if you're midair calling it off, that works.
It does work.
Just over 9 minutes left on the clock for this half. We have Nuclear Winter back on the track for Fort Myers. And it looks like that could be Case back on the track for Small Wonder Skate Club with Small Wonder down and just 2 blockers on the track to hold back Nuclear Winter. Big hit there on Nuclear Winter onto Tesla Coil. I guess that's what happens when you combine the two.
Some really nice reforming defense walls there for Fort Myers.
Number 18 is jamming. Actually, that's going to be Din DeJama. First time we've seen Din jamming this one. Big hit to the outside line there again by Just Business.
V up front there. That was a beautiful catch of the wall reforms. Then with the helmet cover off. But recycled back there by number 212.
Din has removed the star and gets a beautiful star pass there to number 42.
Looks like Tesla Coil is taking a trip to the box. A little timeout there.
Jim Scary now jamming for Small Wonder Skate Club, but the jam is called off. And we see a timeout happening. Team timeout for Small Wonder.
I think we have a little treat here for Small Wonder Skate Club. Hey, there it is.
Special request from Small Wonder, I believe.
If there's
Since
a
it was there.
dancing award goes to Cannon for this PBR tournament here.
Jam is on, and we have number 69 out there for Fort Myers Roller Derby. That's going to be Pinky Swears on the track again. Going up against number 29, Case. Small Wonder holding in the front here with a beautiful 2-wall provided to you by Blue, and I believe that's number...
Case lead jammer status there for Small Wonder Skate Club. The helmet cover.
Wreck-It Rita now jamming for Fort Myers, but the jam is called off by Case.
Looks like Case might have grabbed a point on that one. Oh, 1-1.
Lots of spins. Love the spins. We love to see it. So much jam line dancing happening. It's all on the hips, y'all. Jam is on. We have Scara out there for Small Wonder Skate Club. Up against Centella, with Small Wonder reforming on the track to keep Centella from getting out.
Beautiful 3-wall there in the front with one to catch just in case. Cannon up front with a nice catch on Centella, and they're getting their lead jammer status for Small Wonder Skate Club.
Scare is able to bust through, and we see a really beautiful sweep happen from Fort Myers trying to get Centella out. But they'll have to reform and hold Scara back one more time. Scoops to the outside, but then it gets a big hit from number 55. That's Slaughter that just cleaned up the track. Small Wonder's pivot picks up a penalty. Big spill. It looks like maybe provided to you by Centella. On to Scara. Jam is called off. A lot of action in that last one.
That was a action-packed filled jam for sure. If you get a chance to get out here at the Greater Richmond Convention Center in Richmond, Virginia, check out the Lit Bay Bookshop. It's a blind date with a book, start at only $6, and it comes with a sticker. Fun.
Jam is on. Nuclear Winter back out there again for Fort Myers. Up against Tesla Coil. It's like the best sci-fi action movie I've ever seen in my life.
Tesla seems like one of those utility skaters, blocking and jamming there.
Pinky Swears gets through just as one of the Fort Myers blockers falls. And a nice little slice through by Nuclear Winter once again.
Current score, Fort Myers 73, Small Wonder Skate Club 27.
And of course, one of our sponsors for this weekend was Haunts of Richmond, locally owned and operated, celebrating 20 years as Richmond's haunted history professionals. Public tours, private tours, and special events are offered year-round. Tickets available at hauntsofrichmond.com. Check out Haunts of Richmond out on all socials.
Looks like Jam's on.
We have Pinky Swears out there for Fort Myers going up against number 8. That's going to be Magnetron, which I believe this is the first time we've seen them jam in this game.
Oh, okay. Magnetron out with lead jammer status. Sorry.
Pinky Swears attempts to remove the helmet cover, but is knocked to the inside, it looks like there. Picks up a penalty. Which means this will be another Power Jam brought to you by my Pussies in Hell podcast, giving Magnetron opportunity for a Power Jam here. And as
Magnetron did a little skim and spin around to get through without getting hit out on that last pass. Looking for a hole there. The jam's called off. Small Wonder Skate Club picking away at that point spread. Also really hype on the line right now. You thought you came for Derby, but instead you get a dance off.
It's kind of hard to announce because honestly, it's so much fun to watch.
I mean, this is
big hit there.
Best roller derby song ever. Woo!
That's number 42 for Small Wonder. Jim Scary living up to their name, just nailing the Fort Myers blockers.
Pinky Swears number 69 working that front wall, but
looks like we gave Pinky Swears a bit of an edge there with this drowning pool.
Pinky
Big
Swear
hit. Small Wonder bench went ahead and signaled for Jim Scary to call it off.
Looks like a 4-point pass on that one.
Let's go roller derby.
You know, for day 3, the energy in here this morning is pretty electric. It might be the Monster I drank before or the music that's playing, but we're here for it.
Trying to make sure we get everybody nice and woken up this morning. We've got a team timeout for Fort Myers with Small Wonder having our own little chat on the line there.
I wonder what they're talking about.
I'm going to bet it might be about what they're going to order at the after party tonight. Good time to shout out our after party location for this Sunday. That's going to be Bingo Beer Co. Be sure to come check them out with us after the final game tonight.
I'll be there. Will you be there?
Absolutely.
We'll be there.
I've been looking
You
forward
should
to
be there too.
all weekend.
Also, a huge shout out to our EMTs that are here keeping everybody safe. You know, it's not always fun to sit and watch and not get to scream and yell. So thank you for keeping everybody safe and doing what you do for the sport. We appreciate it.
And we're back, folks. Current score, Fort Myers 74 to Small Wonder 37.
Just under 2 minutes left in this half.
Jam is on. We have Centella out there for Fort Myers with some very quick footwork. An incredibly agile skater.
Number 9.
Going up against Waka once again, who has just had every Jammer's number today. Tesla Coil getting dragged back here by number 71.
Oh, that was a pretty sideways spin and step through. Centella with an apex jump.
Tesla Coil probably thought they were in the clear, but then Centella with that hop just gave them the boost they needed. Jam is called off.
Looks like Small Wonder's putting Blue back out there on the line.
Small Wonder now attempting to stretch out the upper body a little bit. Making sure the Fort Myers team knows they're not going to get by.
Nuclear Winter got through on that inside, the little quick pivot of the hips there.
Fort Myers reabsorbing the Small Wonder jammer. Tripod here in the front, just locking them in.
Nuclear Winter came around and is working that back tripod, trying to get those points.
Blue's able to get a little bit of help from number 31, but they'll have to switch from that offense straight back into defense to hold Nuclear Winter.
Blue with the helmet cover off in front, really working that line.
Small Wonder refusing to let them get through once again, though. Blue looking to get a little help from number 8 there. That's going to be Magnetron attempting to play some offense.
Small Wonder, some really nice defense there in the back.
We have a Station 2 sponsored Star Pass to Magnetron there, but the jam is called off. Magnetron looking very grateful that the jam was called off. And that's halftime, folks. Current score, 82 to 38 for Fort Myers. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Concessions will be opening in just about 5 minutes. Be sure to go and grab yourself some coffee. Come back and we'll see you in a few moments.
Testing.
I think I'm good on mine.
We're back here at Richmond's PBR second annual tournament.
Looks like we have Tesla Coil out there for the first jam of this half for Small Wonder Skate Club.
It's a nice save there by 71, Vix Recchia.
And Centea up at the front here up against the Small Wonder wall. Slips by with a little hip avoidance there. Gets lead jammer for Fort Myers.
Small Wonder Jammer was looking for that pass.
Big hit by number 5 on Fort Myers. That's going to be Category 5. Category 5 already taking home 2 MVP awards this weekend. Tesla Coil stuck in the back here on number 71. That's Vix Recca, also someone that's received an MVP this weekend. Jam is called off. Strong showing from Fort Myers here in the beginning of this half. We've got Case out there on the jam line again for Small Wonder, and Nuclear Winter.
If you're here at the Greater Richmond Convention Center today on this Sunday of the PBR tournament, don't forget about our raffle prizes. There's still a few more, I believe, to give away.
Case slipping by on that inside line, but is reabsorbed by Foster there. Gets through on the outside. Nuclear Winter up against one last player from Small Wonder. It's 7-16 trying to hold them back. They're able to get out as well. Let's see if Case can pick up any points. Hit to the inside there by 212. That's going to be Bellicose Belandi. Let's go roller derby. Gotta love Cannon out there, keeping the vibes going all weekend for us. After all, if roller derby can't be a party, what can it be?
A sport.
I guess.
Hard to say which one comes
I'm
first.
a very
sometimes.
serious athlete, obviously.
Obviously. Ooh. Nice little
Great work.
inside there.
Jim
by number
Scary.
42. Jim Scary. That's a great name, too.
Pinky Swears attempting to get around Cannon. Attempts to run them back, but unfortunately is stopped by their own jammer. Big hit there by number 713.
Nice hit, but it was a direction.
Kamikaze, unfortunately, picking up a penalty for that one.
Category 5 there with the run back. Basha, number 716, playing a little O there, trying to get their jammer through.
Small Wonders bench signals for Jim Scary to call it off.
Sorry, we were jamming a little too hard with that music.
Out on the jam line, we have Centea up against, I believe, that's Magnetron back out there. See Magnetron a few times out on the jam line. Centea slips through, gets lead jammer for Fort Myers once again.
Nice hit there by number 17 from Fort Myers. Centea again bouncing off those blockers and getting right through for a 4-point pass.
Apologies, that is actually Din DeJama out there for Small Wonder Skate Club. Apologies. But there has been a Station 2 sponsored star pass to Tesla Coil. Not before it is called off by Centea, though.
In case you need a little rules knowledge, you do get the point for the skater in the box once you point one of the opposing player's hips. So the more opponents in the box, the better for you as the jammer. Less work, more points.
All right, folks. Next up, we have another vendor that you can check out this weekend. We have Ghost Girl Creative, Derby-owned, queer-owned, soft stuff, hard stuff, and dead stuff. Be sure to check them out before the end of the weekend.
Jams on.
Case out there for Small Wonder with a nice little apex jump on the straightaway, actually, I believe.
Case
Clear.
coming around, looking to score some points.
Nuclear Winter getting reabsorbed here by the Small Wonder blockers with number 31, just really sticking to them. That's Repercussions.
That was a beautiful hold by Repercussions. Case coming around for that 4-point pass.
Nuclear Winter successfully passing it off to Wreck-It Rita. That'll be another Station 2 star pass. Jam is called off. Current score, Fort Myers 93, Small Wonder Skate Club 48.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Equinox Counseling. Thanks to Equinox Behavioral Health, explore, learn, share, and evolve.
On the jam line, once again, we have Pinky Swears going up against Scara.
Both jammers working hard in the back of those packs. Pinky Squares looking to get through on the outside, but not quite.
Scara is out as lead jammer, closing in on this point spread. Current score, Fort Myers 93, Small Wonder 50.
Looks like there was a star pass there.
I believe that star pass was to Foster, who is also known as Yosemite Sam.
Every star pass you see today will be a Station 2 star pass.
Pretty decent food. I've been there a few times for our after parties. Definitely appreciate them wanting to sponsor us once again this season. And we'll also take a moment to mention one of our vendors. We have Tilted Head Curios, Derby-owned dead stuff, ethically made oddities and art, queer-owned. Last day of PBR, we have a special discount with 10% off.
Sente out there for Fort Myers. Working that Small Wonders front, four wall in the front there. No pack is called and through for lead jammer.
And that's Tesla Coil being stuck behind the Fort Myers wall once again. Beautiful Station 2 star pass there to the pivot, but it looks like the pass is incomplete.
I didn't see what happened there to make it an incomplete pass, but maybe you did.
Looks like our pivot number 18, that's going to be Din Djama, heading back there with the star in hand to try to get reabsorbed.
Tesla Coil coming back around and getting the pass.
I believe what happened in that situation might have been a fake out of a pass and possibly an incomplete. Went back and handed it right back to Tesla Coil. I love a little bit of trickery like that sometimes.
Little fakey fake there.
There's no rule that says you can't give it back. It's just ineligible to be lead jammer once that happens.
Well, we have a moment. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Tri-Cities Gastro. Don't let colon cancer knock you down. Get your screening colonoscopy starting at age 45.
Jam is on with Nuclear Winter up against Blue out there. Both walls really holding tight. We see an attempted hit there by Foster, but Blue is able to escape. Nuclear Winter not far behind. Let's see if Blue can pick up some points before Nuclear Winter.
Blue not slowing down at all.
He's able to get a couple points there, it looks like, on the outside.
2, actually.
Scara back on the jam line for the next one.
Current score of Fort Myers Road will be 97. Small Wonder Skate Club, 55.
Once again, we've got Scara going up against Pinky Swears here. Both of these jammers just decked out with beautiful, colorful hair.
Jams on.
Big hit there to the inside. That looks like that's number 71, Vix Recca, living up to that name. A couple spills there by Small Wonder trying to hold back Pinky Swears. They'll have to release, but Pinky Swears gets a track cut penalty, which means this is a power jam for Small Wonder.
This Power Jam brought to you by the Pussies in Hell podcast, your favorite gruesome twosome podcast. Fort Myers trying to shut down those points there, keeping Scara behind them.
With this Power Jam, I've decided I'm not going to look up what the podcast is about. I'm just going to download it and listen to it with no expectations. We'll see what happens.
I'm here for that. Here for that anarchy.
I feel like the less I know, the better. I want to be fully surprised.
Scara looking for some offensive there from her teammates.
Getting dragged back there by 71 again. Vix Recca just not letting this jammer go. Scara does a little juke, though, and is able to bait those blockers out of the way. Getting reabsorbed here, though, with a nice two-wall or tripod happening by Fort Myers. Looks like their pivot will be going to the box.
Looks like Rita was sent to the box there.
Vix Recca just like glue to Scara right now.
Huge shout out to our volunteers here at the River City Richmond PBR tournament. Thank you for all you do to make this happen.
Go ahead and shout out our sponsor and vendor for this game, Sacred Roller Skate Supply, your source for high quality skates and gear, custom builds, and community engagement. Queer owned and operated since 2020, Sacred brings not only a unique passion for fostering a supportive environment for skaters of all levels and identities, but also industry-leading brands to support a safe skating lifestyle. Whether it's roller derby, park skating, rink, or recreational, Sacred has you covered.
The jam is on, and Centella got through it, lead jammer.
Up against Tesla Coil out there. Big hit there by number 9, Recca.
Woo!
Or Waka, sorry, that's Waka out there.
Blacko's Blondie out there in the front with some big hits. There was a little violence this morning. Here for it.
Shout out to the third turn coach out there, by the way. Very excited about that last hit. Fort Myers officially cracking that 100-point score there. Fort Myers 100, Small Wonder 63 with 17 minutes left on the clock. Still lots of time.
Looking like an official review maybe there happening. If you're here at the Greater Richmond Convention Center with us this weekend here in Richmond, Virginia, don't forget to check out all the awesome merch we have. Lots of teams brought merch, and of course, River City's merch is always available in person or online.
We also have some very special PBR merch over there that you're only able to get this weekend. It includes some really cute commemorative patches, and also our PBR flyer has been made into a t-shirt.
Speaking of patches, Smack, have you seen these MVP trophies we're giving away?
They're pretty cool.
They are the People's Battle of Richmond 2024, and they have MVP blocker and jammer on them. They are really awesome collection if you're a patch person and you collect those for whether you wear them on a vest or a jacket or however you like to show off your collection. Hand modeling here, Smack. Check those out. How awesome are those? I was not mad that I was able to acquire one of those yesterday, and I wasn't mad about it. Yay, roller derby. Best personality award, we don't have one, but I'm giving it to Small Wonder Skate Club.
That's for the after party.
Where's the after party again, Smack?
It's at Bingo Beer Co. They have a special going on tonight for beer and pizza. I've also, again, every time I've announced this weekend, I will bring it up. There's skee ball. That's what I've been told. I'm very excited about it.
All right. I'm going to
Never
challenge
get
you
to
to
play it.
skeet ball off later.
I've built it up a lot now, so when I'm really bad at it, it's going to be a
It's
hard
me in
letdown
roller
for some
derby,
folks.
actually.
I'm a lot better at roller derby, don't worry. Just no hand-eye coordination, unfortunately.
Oh, it's just wheel body coordination for roller derby, so.
I picked the sport that lets me fall down. As
Yeah.
long as I get back up, we're good.
You're good, you're good.
Jam is on. We have Case out there for Small Wonder up against Nuclear Winter.
Nuclear Winter trying to sneak through that outside, but Small Wonder
Case
blockers.
gets lead jammer. Small Wonder Skate Club. Nuclear Winter still stuck behind here.
Small Wonder says not over yet. Case with a little dip on the outside and hit out by number 219.
A lot of communication happening out there on the track. Nuclear Winter very excited about the 1 point scored. Every point counts, y'all.
Fort Myers Roller Derby 101, Small Wonder Skate Club 67. Small Wonder trying to chip away at that score differential.
Looks like we have Jim Scary back out there, along with Pinky Swears for Fort Myers.
Jim Scary, love it.
Little jammer on jammer action. And Jim Scary almost gets held up by Slaughter there, but just powers through. Pinky Swears knocked to the inside by Small Wonder.
Pinky swears the helmet cover off.
Jim Scary once again is able to just slide on by those blockers. Pinky Swears getting reabsorbed by Small Wonder here in the back.
Pinky swears still trying to hand that helmet cover off, saying, I don't want it anymore, you take it.
Big hit there by Jim Scary onto Just Business. Jim Scary decides to call off the jam, picking up quite a few points there in that last one. It's going to bring us to 101 Fort Myers, Small Wonder 75.
We got just about 15 minutes left in this game, so plenty of time to change the score up. Tesla Coil with a little jammer and jammer on there right in the beginning. Waiting for her defense to hold it down there.
Tesla Coil pulled back there by the Fort Myers team.
Centea out front with lead jammer status. And around for a 4-point pass on the outside. There's a helmet cover pass there, a Station 2 star pass, if you will, by Tesla Coil to number 18, Dinja Jammin.
We appreciate all our fans waking up early with us this morning for our final day of games. Of course, we've got some lovely costumes in the audience, including our own Cleve Buscemi here, who's dressed as a corn on the cob for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see quite a few more costumes. I know I saw Naptown yesterday and some vampire ones on the bench. Looks like we will be taking a short break here. Go ahead and talk about one of our other sponsors while we have a moment.
Hey, we talked about Bingo Beer Co. quite a bit, but join us for the ultimate after party tonight after our final game at Bingo Beer Co. on 2900 West Broad Street. They're running a pizza and beer special just for us. One of our other sponsors, Body Arc, fitness that is independent of the noise. Check out Body Arc online or here in Richmond, Virginia.
Derby, of course, is a very hard sport. It's full contact. We've made a lot of jokes here today, but we take it very seriously and make sure that all the skaters are trained properly to take impact. And of course, we couldn't have this game without our incredible medical staff and our EMTs who make every game possible and keep us safe. We'll hopefully be joined with y'all in just a few moments again. Skater is up. We'll be joining y'all again in just a moment. Again, give it up for our medical staff, y'all. They keep us safe. Again, today is the last day to check out Sacred Roller Skate Supply, located here in the back of the venue. They're located just in Northern Virginia if you ever need to pick up your skates in person. Jam is on.
It's Nuclear Winter jamming for Fort Myers Roller Derby.
And I believe that's number 18 again. Din DeJama. Or 8. I keep getting the two mixed up. I apologize, y'all. That's actually Magnetron.
Fort Myers lead jammer status.
Fort Myers shutting down that offense. But Magnetron will be released. Nuclear Winter is able to pick up a few more points. 13 minutes left on the clock. And Winter's going to decide to call off the jam.
I don't know about you, Smack, but there's nothing like lead jammer status and being able to end that jam whenever you want, whenever you feel like it's the safest for you or your team. Whether to be save yourself or protect your points, either one of those things are a great reason to call the jam off.
Definitely helps having that nice lead to solidify that as well.
Just over 12 minutes left in the second half of this game here. Scare with jammer for Small Winter Skate Club. And Pinky Swears for Fort Myers. Taking it outside, had a big hit there, but still working.
Cannon trying to clean up the jammer, but Pinky Swears is able to get through. Gets lead jammer.
Scare is still stuck in the pack. Small Wonder with some tight D there in the back wall. Fort Myers trying to give a little offense there. Category 5 there with the offense.
Little drag back there. Pinky Swears picking up as many points as they can during this jam. Woo, big spill there at the end, and Pinky Swears decides to call it off.
Just like we were talking about earlier, lead jammer status. I'm done, you're done, we're all done. Start over.
Sometimes the floor decides for you.
Yeah, if you've ever skated on this polished concrete, it is very unforgiving, to say the least. Slick and hard.
We'll go ahead and shout another vendor out. We've got Alter Go-Kart, handmade patches, stickers, and prints. It's so gay and cute.
Jam's on.
Big spread here off the jam pivot line by both these teams, with Centella working their way around with some beautiful offense provided by Slaughter.
Tesla coil.
Looks like a bit of a pile up there on top of Tesla coil. But no penalty is assessed, with the small wonder blockers attempting to hold back Centella, but she's able to just kind of bust through there.
I feel like the hits have gotten harder as this game has gone on. Maybe it's just me.
They came back refreshed after that halftime break. Jam is called off by Centella.
Tesla's not mad at it.
Team timeout is given to Small Wonder here. That being said, we'll go ahead and thank our refs there in the center. Shout out to Team Zebra for holding it down for us, making all the calls, keeping us all out of trouble, or at least calling us out on our bad behavior if it happens. Up next today, of course, we're going to have another game right after this. It's going to be the River City River Rats against the Greenville Roller Derby Bridge Trolls. Our last B team game, I believe, of the day.
Gonna solidify who's getting what trophy at the end of this tournament and these next two games here.
And our final game of the day is going to be River City Roller Derby against the Greenville Apex Predators. So Greenville going back to back. They've had a pretty active fan base here in the crowd as well. And of course, there's been everyone's favorite to watch, new Team USA skater Brickyard, picking up lots of points throughout the entire weekend.
Yeah, I'll be keeping my eyes on that for sure.
And I will be watching from the sidelines, feeling every hit from afar from y'all.
Can just feel it through me. That's fine.
You can tell me all about it afterwards. Don't worry.
If I remember any of it.
We'll have a
Not blurs
nice
together
showing of
at
our
the end,
bruises.
you know?
Jam is on. We have Nuclear Winter back out there again for Fort Myers, and that's going to be Black and Bluesy.
Blue's been playing a little jammer and blocker today. Little switcheroo.
Yeah, I've seen really great action of jammers blocking more today, blockers trying to jam more, at least folks we haven't seen as much.
Blue got through on that outside. It looks like it was left open there, and
It's going to give Small Wonder lead jammer.
wasting no time, sprinting around that track trying to get those points.
Waka gives some great offense out of the line. There was a huge hit on number 71 that's trying to shut Blue down.
I always think of like, don't hit my friend, you know.
That's Rekka versus Waka out there. All the W's.
Sounds like a rap song, really.
Yeah. Especially, I think we've got an additional Rekka on the team, too.
Yeah, roller derby.
Let's go sports.
Go sports ball.
Up next, we have Pinky Swears against Harlot Oscara. Just over 8 minutes left in this game. Pinky Swear.
Small Wonder trying to lock down that defense in the front.
For those of you that can't see the announcer table, there's a lot of slapping of each other when we tend to speak over one another. Thank you for being patient with us this weekend, as we are both pretty fresh announcers, both of us just trying to get used to it this year. Big hit there on Scara, and it looks like the refs are going to call it off just to make sure that she's okay. Thankfully, I don't think we had any direct contact with the helmet to the floor, just a scary spill. We'll see what the refs decide to do. Medical team's just going to make sure that everything's okay, and we'll resume in just a moment with this official timeout. If you're getting hungry out there, it's a good time to remind folks that concessions are open. Your last day to get yourself a nice snack from the concession stand or a beverage. Got a long day of derby still ahead of us. And of course, tonight you can join us at Bingo Beer Co., where we're going to have some after-party action happening with all of our visiting skaters.
I'm expecting Small Wonder to be there dancing, and if they're not, I'm going to be very sad.
I fully intend to just like anticipate some leg wrestling. Gonna maybe try to get some folks to do that.
I'm down for an arm wrestle any day. You can keep the leg. That scares me a little.
I don't know if I can arm wrestle anymore, my current condition. All right, our skater is up. Big round of applause for Scara for that hard jam, and to our EMT staff. Now, unfortunately, when the refs have to call it off after an impact like that, it does mean that Scara will have to sit for a few, I believe. But we're going to go into this next jam with Tesla Coil out there against Centella, I believe.
These two have gone head-to-head quite a bit this game.
Again, the pack spread out slightly here off the start.
And Small Wonder bringing it back, trying to get a little bit closer there.
And then, of course, we have Waka that's just out there on top of these jammers.
Little reform, a bridge needed there to keep
No
the pack
is
together.
called. And Centella will be given lead jammer for Fort Myers. Number 5, that's category 5 out there.
Tesla Coil out just a few seconds behind there and coming around the track.
Nice little apex jump with an assist from their friend.
Beautiful apex jump and call off by Centella.
Current score, Fort Myers 133, Small Wonder 79. Just over 6 minutes left in this half.
Huge shout out to our refs for doing what they do in those zebra stripes. Rec support, Tim the ref, Adrenaline, Jams Joyce, Freddie Mercury Poisoning, Certified G, and Judge Double Wapner. Got a little tongue-tied on that one. Jams on.
Nuclear Winter with a beautiful shirt whip gets out. Oh, but it's going to be a track cut penalty. It happens. All right.
Does, or it doesn't.
Means it's going to be a power jam scenario again, brought to you by my Pussies in Hell podcast, your favorite gruesome twosome podcast. We have Case out here as the sole jammer going for Small Wonder up against this 2-wall in the front of really strong Fort Myers blockers.
Waka with some beautiful O on the inside line. Making sure Case doesn't have to work too hard.
Case waves for the O to go into play. Gets reabsorbed there by the Fort Myers blockers. Nuclear Winter speeding through and taking advantage of the separated pack, but is hit to the inside there. Oop, another spill there on the outside by Cannon. Looks like we might have a mall walk-off happening on the outside.
Yes, distracted by the mall walking.
Looks like Cannon has picked up a penalty for Small Wonder. And we've got a Station 2 star pass, number 219. That would have been Fallinator, but the jam is called off by Case. 5 minutes left on the clock. 133 Fort Myers, Small Wonder Skate Club 83.
Exactly, a 50-point differential. I've seen stranger things happen.
Up next, it's going to be Jim Scary for Small Wonder Skate Club against Pinky Swears. Both jammers trying to take that inside line, with Pinky Swears here in the front, stuck behind a really strong tripod shown by Small Wonder Skate Club. While in the back, we have a 2-wall holding out with a bridge. Pinky Swears will be released as lead jammer. Big hit there and a little bit of a pile up. Jammer tripping over the pivot for Fort Myers, but is able to recover and gets back to it.
Little low block action there.
Looks like Wreck-It Rito will also be picking up a penalty and going to the box.
Pinky Swears used that offense and kind of whipped around their O to get those last little bit of points before calling it off. Not a bad strategy, if you ask me. Current score, Fort Myers 141, Small Wonders Roller Derby Club 83.
Took us a moment to see what was happening, but it looks like we have a team timeout for Fort Myers. 141 to 83.
3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock.
That one's been on the playlist for a long time, and I did not realize they'd say it off the bat. All right, well, we've got some time here waiting for this timeout to end. We'll go ahead and thank another one of our sponsors. We'll talk about Kinker Press. Thank you to Kinker Press for printing all of our programs. And, of course, thank you to Heartfelt Tattoo, making me very eager to get my next one.
You know, it takes quite a bit of funding and help in literally every aspect to put a tournament like this together. So,
Oh, I thought you meant my tattoos for a minute there, and I was
Well,
going to say, yes, it
that-
requires a lot of funding.
Yeah, that too. We require funding as well.
Support your local skaters, y'all.
We're expensive and difficult.
Jam is on with Centea out there in a power jam scenario for Fort Myers. Pretty easy for Centea, considering we have smaller amount of players on the track currently with both teams down a skater.
Centea just ping-ponging right through as usual.
And Centea is able to get through and get more points. Fort Myers' pivot has returned from the box and looks to help Centea through one more time for Jim Scary. You can pick up any points.
Little pile up there on the track.
Looks like we had a big hit to the inside onto Jim Scary. Centea is still getting more points on the board while they can.
Centea.
Oh, and it looks like, unfortunately, it's going to be a power jam. Jim Scary has returned to the box. It means that Centea will be able to pick up even more points in this power jam, brought to you by My Pussies in Hell podcast, your favorite gruesome twosome podcast.
Centea using that speed and using that O and not needing to slow down at all to get those 4-point pass. I feel like Fort Myers used that timeout and we're like, okay, let's finish this.
Oh, I thought
Finish
they
this
had that
off.
for a second there. Centea had a beautiful toe stop spin on that outside line, but didn't quite stay in and decides to call it off.
I think that hit was by 18. Into jamming.
.145 left on the clock here. Can't quite make out the scoreboard to see what is happening with the delay of game. I'm going to guess an official timeout as we have our refs circled up here in the center, probably discussing something important.
Something important.
Something important. Could be about a penalty, could be about where they're going to get lunch,
Could be about the after party.
could be about the after party. Out on the jam line here, skaters starting to get lined up and ready, with Small Wonder still having a bit of a chat there in the back behind the jam line. Meanwhile, Fort Myers is set up here in the front, looking ready to get things going. We've heard the whistle, so that means we'll get started here in just a moment with, I believe, Pinky Swears in the back going against Blue for Small Wonder Skate Club. Fort Myers moving Blue back and forth.
Both jammers kind of stuck behind those walls.
Blue gets reabsorbed there by Fort Myers once again. and is able to scoop through and get on that outside line.
It's a nice little dip there, right under categories 5.
Tight wall in the back here provided by Small Wonder. And we've got a Station 2 star pass to Fallinator, number 219 for Fort Myers Roller Derby. Meanwhile, Blue stuck here behind just one blocker left. Oh, but it seems like there has been a penalty of some sort, a track cut, meaning Blue will be going to the box for Small Wonder, giving a power jam to Fallinator for Fort Myers Roller Derby. First one of the evening, I believe. Let's give it up for Fallinator.
This Power Jam is brought to you by the Pussies in Hell podcast, your favorite gruesome twosome podcast.
Fort Myers tries to provide a little bit of big hit there by one of the Small Wonder skaters. That's going to be number 8, I believe. That's Magnetron going to the penalty box.
High block call for that. And the calls keep rolling in. Direction on the Fort Myers blocker there.
Fallinator having a tough time getting past the Small Wonders blockers here. With just 3 left on the track, while one of them attempts to play a little bit of O there for their jammer who's been released from the box. Fallinator, both Fallinator and Blue both stuck here behind their walls. Hit to the inside there provided by Foster from Fort Myers Roller Derby.
Both jammers knocked out and recycled back, and the jam is called.
That's a pretty rough one. But we have an unofficial score, which means we'll be back in just a moment with your MVPs for this game and your final score. We'll be back in just a moment. For Fort Myers Roller Derby, your MVP jammer is going to be Nuclear Winter. And your MVP blocker for Fort Myers Roller Derby is going to be Slaughter. Be sure to come by the announcer table to get your patches here in just a moment, and we'll be back shortly with the River City River Rats against Greenville. Sure, and again, just to reiterate, for Small Wonder Skate Club, the MVPs are going to be Black and Bluesy for MVP Jammer and Cannon for MVP Blocker.